And welcome back. With this video, we will talk about preposition pair. We're going to do it right away. Allow me to share these slides with you here and let's go. So preposition pair is used to translate or to express this concept passing through a place, length of time when the action is done, not happening anymore, so it's used in the past. Also, preposition pair is used to convey the concept of in order to and because of due to. So basically the goal in order to and the reason, right? Because of due to. Let's start with the first case scenario, passing through a place. I go to Rome passing through Florence. Vado a Roma passando per Firenze. I go to Rome, movement towards a city. Passing is passando. We will talk extensively about the ing verbs, okay, the gerundio in Italiano. Through, in fact, this pair is, and Firenze is the translation of Florence. Give me this one. The Dolomites pass through many European countries. Cultural note here: Dolomites are a group of mountains. They go from Italy to I would say at least France, passing through Switzerland and Austria, maybe other areas. I don't know. Dolomites are called Dolomiti in Italian. They're plural feminine. It does not exist the singular version. There is no Mount Dolomita. It's not. It's always plural. To pass is passare, a regular verb. Many, always plural. Molte, plural feminine. Molti, plural masculine. Country is paese, which is masculine, a irregular one, not a regular one. European is a regular adjective. Europeo is the standard masculine. Okay? But careful because you have to make it, you know, plural masculine. All right, give me this one. The translation is Le Dolomiti passano per molti paesi europei. Okay, word by word. Okay. Length of time when the action is done. We already seen a scenario about with the length of time case scenario, no pun intended. But that was with preposition that. Remember, it was like I've been living here since 2019, or I've been living here for 2 years. Okay, that for 2 years is translated with preposition da because I'm still living here. It's present. Okay, but in this case with per, it's different. It's not da anymore. It's per because the sentences are such as I lived in Madrid for 9 months. I lived in the past. Okay, the action is done. So when we are talking about length of time in the past, we use per. Ho vissuto a Madrid per 9 mesi. Ho vissuto is the past tense of I lived. Okay, the translation of I lived, which is past tense, which is different from saying I have been living here in Madrid for 9 months. We still use for in English, but the meaning is completely different. In this last case scenario that I just mentioned, I've been living in Madrid for 9 months. We use da because the action is still going on. But in the case that you have in front of your eyes here, ho vissuto a Madrid per 9 mesi, I lived in Madrid for 9 months. For in English, per in Italian. Again, this is one of those case scenarios where you should remember, they should remind you of what I told you in the first video about prepositions. Do not come up with assumptions. Do not make assumptions. Just because you already saw for translated with da in Italian with time frame, doesn't mean that you're always gonna use da with for. And in this one is one of those cases where you do not use da. We use per because the action is about the past. Okay. So give me this one. I studied Spanish for 9 months in 2012. I studied, you will learn how to come up with the past tense very soon. I'm going to tell you it's ho studiato. Spanish is spagnolo and month is mese. Okay. 2012, just keep the digits, and 5 again, keep the digits. I don't really care about numbers. I know that everybody starts learning the numbers, but they are irrelevant, trust me. Also remember, keep in mind that years are In English, you guys do not throw the article in front of the years. You don't say in the 2012. In Italian, yes, because in our weird Italian mind, years are like expressed this way in the year 2012. So this is going to be in the 2012. Just saying. So careful with this. I'm going to give you a minute, let's say 90 seconds. And now let's see the translation, which is: ho studiato lo spagnolo per 5 mesi nel 2012, in 2012. Ho studiato e studied Spanish, spagnolo. Spagnolo starts with SP, so the article should be il, but it's irregular. It's not really standard because the noun starts with SP, so it's going to be lo spagnolo. In English, you guys do not throw the article in front of name or languages. In Italian, to be honest, not all the times, but as a thumb rule, I would say through the article. Okay? Through the article in front of names of languages. Ho studiato lo spagnolo per 5 mesi nel 2012. For 5 months in il 2012, in 2012. In order to, this is a very important one. Very important one. I studied Russian to have a fantastic experience in Eastern Europe. Studio il russo per avere un'esperienza fantastica in Europa orientale. Why is this important? You will hear me repeat this concept many times from now on. When you have preposition to in Italian, ask yourself this question. I'm going to put myself bigger here. Ask yourself these questions when you're dealing with preposition to in English. Can I replace it with in order to? Yes or no? Okay, you have to in English. You want to convey a concept that includes preposition to. If you can say in order to, if you can grab that to and you can substitute with in order to, then probably you're dealing with preposition per. You're dealing with a goal. Okay, I do this to obtain that, in order to obtain that. If this is the case, you're gonna use preposition per, right? So this is very important. So write it down in your notes, please. Studio il russo per avere un'esperienza fantastica in Europa. Studio, I study il russo, Russian. You can also cut the article, but like I told you, use it. To, per, avere, to have, in order to have, per avere, avere stays in the infinitive. Un'esperienza, which is experience, fantastica, fantastic. Everything is feminine. In, why it is in and not a, because Eastern Europe is an area of the world, is a region, just like Europe, United States, and many other areas. And Eastern is orientale, and Europa is Europe. Orientale, you can say Eastern Europe, Europa Orientale, also Europe, Europa dell'Est, which stands for Europe of the East. Up to you. I would stick with Orientale. Give me this one. I want to learn Italian to talk with the locals in Rome. To learn is imparare, to talk is parlare, and local is locale. I forgot to mention, this is of course one of those weird exception with noun that end up with a in singular and e in plural. Doesn't matter the gender for that matter, but it will be matter because there is the article. So you have to translate the article, and locale is masculine. Okay, so keep this thing in mind, this aspect in mind, and give me the translation, which is: voglio imparare l'italiano per parlare con i locali a Roma. Voglio imparare, I want to learn, l'italiano, il italiano, starts with the vowel, so through the apostrophe, italiano, in order to talk, per parlare, in order to achieve the goal of talking, per parlare, with, con, the locals, i locali, in Rome, being in a city, a Roma. Okay? Due to or because of due to. Due to an emergency, I must remain here. Per una emergenza, devo rimanere qui. Okay? Due to, per, and una emergenza, devo rimanere qui. You might be asking, can I put an apostrophe here because there is a double vowel? Yes, you can. In fact, let me type the second version. Per un'emergenza devo rimanere qui. Okay? Because of an emergency, I have to remain here. Now that you have seen this last usage, please give me the translation of this one. Honestly, we want to visit Sicily because of the food. I hope that this is not the only reason why you want to visit Sicily, because it's an amazing place. But this is a stereotypical sentence that a foreigner would probably say. No judgment. I love food, although I'm not a foodie, which is controversial, but we will talk about this maybe. Honestly, is honestamente. To visit is visitare. And food is cibo. Okay, let me write it down here for you. Oops, spoiler. To visit, visitare. Food is cibo, which is singular masculine, of course. So please think about this sentence and give me the translation. Ready? One, two, three. Boom. Onestamente, vogliamo visitare la Sicilia per il cibo. Even Sicily is considered to be a sort of region, so we put the article in front of it, feminine article. I should have told you how about the translation of Sicily. My bad, but I thought, well, Sicily is very famous, so I don't know. If you threw Sicily in your note, I don't mind, no big deal. Because of the food, per il cibo. Okay, I hope that everything was clear as usual. Should you have any questions, you know how to reach out to me. Right? Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the very next video.